Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. In addition to the continuous calls of the release of Nnamdi Kanu, some communities in the Niger Delta region have threatened to cripple oil production in the region if the federal government and Tinubu government continues to remain adamant over the growing clamor for the release of the detained leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. And Kanu, who has remained in a solitary confinement at the Abuja headquarters of the Department of the State Service DSS since his extraordinary rendition from Kenya in June 2021. But despite appeals and even court orders for his unconditional release, the IPOB leader currently standing trial before a federal high court sitting in Abuja is yet to regain his freedom. Speaking under the aegis of the Association of Niger Delta Upland Communities, the oil-rich region had called on the federal government to quickly initiate moves for political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's matter. And the association, in a statement signed by its president, had threatened to stop oil production in Niger Delta until Kanu is released because he is unjustly prosecuted. And this is just like a prompt reminder to the federal government, and they have given the federal government 14 days ultimatum to respond to their demands, and they remain committed in implementing the plans that they have outlined, in the sense that they will cripple the oil production in the region, and this would affect the federal government. So once again, this is now another call to the federal government to initiate a peaceful discussions and dialogues with leaders of the Southeast region. They should call for resolution. Also, they should be informed that if they don't secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu, if Tinubu doesn't see to the release of Nnamdi Kanu, well, the federal government should forget about the 700,000 barrels of crude oil that comes from the region per day, and it would cease if the government doesn't listen to their demands. Now, this decision entails the permanent closure of all the oil wells associated with a lot of pipelines in the Niger Delta region. And guys, there would be a total shutdown if this demands are not met. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? The battle is getting fierce, and the people's complaints are increasing as the day goes by. But the federal government has remained adamant, irrespective of cries and pleas from a lot of people. Now the battle is yet to begin, but we are seeing some signs that this government doesn't even listen to the demands of the people. Now, when are they going to decide to release Nnamdi Kanu? We know that Nnamdi Kanu will be released soon, but for how long do the people wait for his release? I really hope that the government will look into this. And besides, it seems that this threat, I don't know how well they will carry on this threat. I mean, the Niger Delta people, in terms of threatening that they will shut down oil production in the region if Nnamdi Kanu is not released. But then a lot of people will see this as a welcoming idea, because it seems that the government, needs some people to push them, to force them to make sure they see to the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But this call is a right call. But the approach through which they used, I don't really know about them. The fact that they said they are going to shut down oil production, I think the federal government would see this as another means of terrorism. They might tag them as terrorists or Niger Delta militants who are threatening to cripple oil production in the region. So for peace to reign, for the federal government and for the Niger Delta people, won't it be best for the government to release Nnamdi Kanu? Well, they say action is way more louder than words. And I say these are words from the Niger Delta people. But then, let's wait. After the 14 days ultimatum that they have given to the federal government, let's see the necessary actions they would take. because a lot of groups and organizations have been making some series of threats over the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They've given ultimatum on several occasions, yet this ultimatum elapses and nothing is done. Nothing has been done so far. And then people wonder what's happening. These guys were raking some few weeks back that they were going to do this, they were going to do that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released. I support for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and I really hope the federal government will listen to the cries of the people, because I don't know. I mean, this is new. The Niger Delta fighting for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This is new. We mostly see the Southeasterners, the Ohanes Ndibo, the IPOB members, and other concerned Nigerians talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And in addition to this, 50 lawmakers, 50 national House of Reps members, they had come together to write a letter to the president to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And the government should know that the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. It is illegal and it is counterproductive to the security, unity, and stability of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience, a victim of political persecution by the Nigerian government. Various courts, including the Supreme Court, has made it clear that his continuous detention is illegal and his rights, has been grossly violated by the Nigerian government. And still, they want to stand on this illegality to conduct a trial against him. They should free Nnamdi Kanu without further delay. Enough of this injustice, enough of this unfairness towards Nnamdi Kanu, enough of this bitterness towards Nnamdi Kanu and his agitation. They are just playing with this man, and it is not good at all. This is really terrible, I must say. And Nnamdi Kanu is a very strong person to have endured this for long. And I know that even right in the DSS custody, the government do come with negotiations, for Nnamdi Kanu to drop his agitation. That is their aim, for Nnamdi Kanu to drop his Biafra agitation before they can release him. But Nnamdi Kanu has said he would never ever drop this Biafra agitation. He would make sure he pursues it till the end, till the last breath, till his last breath. He will make sure he goes after this Biafra agitation. So my country people, the Niger Delta people, have called on the federal government to quickly initiate moves for political solution to Nnamdi Kanu's issue. Because if they don't do so, well, there will be a total shutdown of oil production in the Niger Delta communities. And these guys are not joking. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.